A big game at Old Trafford, Manchester United, Liverpool. Now, this fixture is one fixture that every fucker wants to see when they look at the fixtures at the beginning of the season. Everyone wants to Manchester United v Liverpool, probably the biggest game in English football. The two fiercest rivals that have won the most trophies in England. And going into this game, it is completely different to when we last played them last season. It really is. I mean, we played them in the FA Cup and away at Anfield, but we haven't played them at home in the league yet. And a lot has changed for Manchester United and Liverpool this season. I mean, no one would have fucking believed it if you'd said that Manchester United would be even above Liverpool going into this fixture, but Liverpool not even in the top four at this moment in time. And if Manchester United could get the job done in this game, a draw or a victory, it would basically confirm that Liverpool are going to be in the Europa League for next season. I think a lot of Manchester United fans would be fucking delighted with that if they're not in the Champions League. I mean, that is a real kick in the nuts if you're not in the Champions League. Certainly this season, because with the coronavirus, the lack of funds, I mean, they're going to lose a lot of fucking money, which would be great, and then there won't be so much money towards transfers. So I think we could give a massive blow to Liverpool, and that is the incentive for Manchester United going into this game, that Manchester United could put that final nail in the coffin for them in the race for that Champions League football. And of course, pride's at stake, because you always want to beat Liverpool as a Manchester United player, as a Manchester United fan, and anyone associated with Manchester United. So there probably will be some rotation for this game, because Solskjaer's got to keep the squad fresh and that. But if we can win this game as well, it would almost confirm second position for Manchester United, because Leicester drew away at Southampton against 10-man Southampton last night, which was a great result for Manchester United considering we dropped points against Leeds. If we'd beaten Leeds as well, then second place would be virtually sewn up. But I think a win here, even a draw here, will just keep the gap the same. So we've got to play, but we still have to play Leicester in a couple of games' time. So if we could win this game and then beat Leicester, then for the last couple of games he can utilise maybe some youth players and some rotational squad players like Matic, Mata, Van der Beek, Shoretiri and Ahmad could all feature in the last couple of games, I would believe, if we beat Leicester to that second position before the final couple of games against Wolves, and I think we've got Fulham just before that as well. So going into this game, Liverpool, I watched Liverpool play against Newcastle, and they had created enough chances to win 2 fucking games of football. They really did, and not taking their chances really come back to haunt them. I was thinking that there's a goal in this for Newcastle. In the Premier League, if you don't take your chances, then the other team is more than capable. Any team from Sheffield United at the bottom to Man City at the top, if any of them teams in the Premier League create so many chances and don't put one away, then there's always that chance. And Newcastle plugged away and ended up getting the draw right at the death, which they didn't really deserve. But Liverpool squandered a lot of chances. I know Salah does score his fair share, but he's squandered a lot of chances this season. I mean, so has Mane. Roberto Firmino, as good as he is up front for Liverpool, doesn't score enough goals for me, which was one thing I would have been concerned about going into this season if I was a Liverpool supporter, is that do they have that ruthless striker in that number 9 position. They've got a lot of goals from Mane and Salah over the last couple of years, but the fact that Mane has been largely off form this season, it's relied heavily on Salah to score the goals, and they're not putting enough of their chances away, and they have been letting goals in as well. I know Van Dijk's not there, and Gomez at the back, but going forward they haven't scored nowhere near enough goals, and I've definitely been very, very poor at Anfield. And this game being at Old Trafford, if there was a crowd there, the crowd would be behind Manchester United. And I think if there was a crowd at Old Trafford tomorrow, I would be so confident that Manchester United would get the 3 points and get this victory comfortably. But with no fans, these sort of games do take that bit of edge off it, so you're never too sure. And being Manchester United and Liverpool, sometimes the form book has gone out the window, but I would expect Manchester United going into this game favourites to win it anyway. Win this game. I mean, we've got a very strong. I even think Manchester United's midfield isn't too bad if you put Pogba in there. Fernandes has been on fire, but I mean, I know Scott McTominay and Fred aren't the preferred pair for Manchester United fans. I was looking at the stats, and most of the games we've lost this season, we've actually been without Fred and McTominay in games. I'm not the massive fan of both of them two playing, but we've won a large percentage of games when these two have played, and we've lost a large percentage when they haven't played. So it's his tried and trusted. We're second in the league, so you've got to go with that. So the back four is going to stay the same as it was in the week. Sure, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof and Maguire, not the best back four, but it is what it is at this moment in time. Probably need another centre back in there still, but it'll be Henderson back in goal. I think he's probably just edging over De Gea now, I do, for me. Then you've got, obviously it's going to be Fred and McTominay, I would say he's going to go for in midfield. So I reckon that he's probably going to pull out Pogba for this one. Rotate Pogba, put him on the bench. That's what I think, because he's not going to drop Rashford, even though I personally would keep Pogba on the left, bring Greenwood on the right, keep Fernandes in the attacking position, and then Cavani as the striker. That's what I would go for, and give Rashford the game off. And I would probably give him the game off against Roma as well. Just give him a couple of games off just to recuperate himself, recharge himself. He's had a lot of fucking football when he's had niggles, injuries, and I don't know if he's fully fit. I know he's had a poor season anyway. Maybe it's just an excuse that he has been so poor, but I don't think he's been good enough this season, even though he has contributed a decent amount of goals for Manchester United and assists. He still hasn't been nowhere near at the top of his game as of what he was last season, but I'm still confident if Manchester United can put Pogba, Cavani and Greenwood as the attacking front three with Bruno Fernandes in behind, I think Manchester United will probably have too much for this Liverpool team going forward. I do. That front four, I mean, it was 3 out of that front four played against Roma, and obviously Greenwood come on and scored as well. But in that second half, they were devastating with their goal scoring, and I think if they play like they did in that second half against Roma, we could well blow them away. But I would be happy just to get fucking through this game and win it. But if Manchester United were to blow these away, it would still put down a statement of intent for Manchester United. Would secure that second position, and then hopefully we can start rotating for that. For hopefully a final to come in the end of May, a Europa League final, and if we can get through that as well, it'll be a positive season. And then we go again in the summer and recruit some better players, not bring in backup players, because okay, Cavani has been a starter for Manchester United when fit, but he was brought in as a backup to Anthony Martial in the striker position at the start of the season. We know that he wasn't brought in to start every single game. We know that Van der Beek was a backup signing for Pogba. We know that Telles was a backup signing for Luke Shaw. Palestri doesn't even get game time because he's on loan away in Spain. So Ahmad's just a backup player as well at this moment in time. So we've got to sign first team players next season that are ready to take that Manchester United to that next level. And we've improved, considering all them players have been pretty much backups apart from Cavani this season, which is a bit good. It is good for Manchester United, I believe, that we have improved to somewhat degree, and hopefully we can get the job done in this game. I mean, he could choose to rotate a bit more and bring maybe Dan James in as well into this team again, and leave maybe Cavani out of this team. But I don't want to really see. I would much prefer Cavani as in the striking position over Greenwood. You see, we've seen a lot this season. I mean, I think the stat was 13 games from the start, 1 goal in the striker position with Greenwood, and 9 goals in when he's played as a right winger, it must be, which is crazy to think. I always feel that he's better coming in from that right hand side, getting a shot away with his left or right foot. Either foot is deadly, and he's proved that time and time again. And it's no criticism on Mason Greenwood that he's not performing very well in that striking position. A number of players are not strikers. You wouldn't consider Lionel Messi a striker, and look at the fucking amount of goals he's got and created the amount of chances. It's just sometimes it's not always their game, and maybe Greenwood can still learn and progress in that striking position. But I just think he's better on that right hand side, and it has limited the options of giving Ahmad a chance in the matchday squads and in the games. But we will have to wait and see what happens. There will be some rotations over the next couple of weeks, but I'm going for Manchester United winning this game 3-1. I'm hopeful that Manchester United's attacking their talent, that by and large, apart from that Leeds game lately, we've been a lot better in scoring goals again. But obviously that game was without two of our best players. You'd probably think of Cavani, Pogba and Bruno Fernandes are our best 3 players, and 2 of them weren't playing in that Leeds game, so it did limit Manchester United's goal threat in that game. And I think in the end we were fairly okay with the draw, because we didn't lose to our rivals Leeds. So, but hopefully these players will be back in, because we want to put a massive blow in Liverpool's top 4 hopes and kill it off once and for all. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and if you're watching this on Facebook, please do hit the share button. Really do appreciate all the support, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.